Hello again, I am the voice of Blunty. This is the box of the WD Gaming Drive for PS4. It comes in 2 and 4 terabyte flavors. This 2 terabyte model is advertised to store more than 50 PS4 games, although of course that can vary wildly depending on the game install sizes. But it is at least a decent rule of thumb to give people a decent idea of the space available on this drive. So, what makes this a PS4 drive? Why have they branded it thusly? Nothing. It is, in fact, basically identical to most other 2.5-inch portable USB 3.0 hard drives. It's basically identical to WD's own Passport branded external hard drives. As a matter of fact, I know because I use those. And while it first struck me as kind of stupid and cynical branding and marketing with no real meaning, because of course the PS4 will work happily with any standard USB 3.0 drive, even WD's own aforementioned Passport drives, I know because I've done that. The "oh, okay, right" moment came when I remembered that not every gamer, or indeed family member or friend of a gamer, is tech-savvy enough to understand this. So the branding here is basically a way to make picking one of these off the shelf easy and simple. When Bobby FIFA player or Aunt Sally looking for a gift for Lisa the ARPG addict needs more storage space for their PS4, they'll Google PS4 hard drive, and this will come up, or they'll walk into a store looking for a hard drive on the hard drive shelves and see this explicitly states works with PS4, and they go, hey, that makes my decision easy. It even comes with a simple step-by-step instruction sheet specifically for using it with your PS4 to make things extra simple for those people who are a bit technologically slow. So while I was going to rant about how silly it is to do it, I'm actually okay with it being tagged as PS4 compatible, even though they all are. The other thing is, it comes in this black case with very, very PlayStation blue highlights on the side and underneath, which does not match at all with my classic grey PS4 Pro, but you know, it's the blue and black is kind of PlayStation's thing, even though not all the PlayStations are blue and black. Like mine. The hardware itself is, as typical of WD, solid but light, and it feels like good quality materials. The cable is short enough not to be a tangle hassle around your consoles, but long enough to give you some flexibility with placement of the thing. The PS4 can install new games directly to it, but if you want to move your existing installed games across, it's a simple matter to do. And for those of you who are technically more savvy, I'm sure you will be already asking, well, does squirting my games over a USB cable instead of PS4's built-in internal hard drive mess with my loading times? Because that's the obvious question to ask, isn't it? So let's test it. I'll be using a couple of open world games to test load times because they suck up a lot of data for map and texture stuff from the storage when loading. Spider-Man first. Now, let's see some fast travel loading. Now, God of War, the other reason to own a PlayStation 4 console. And lastly, I wanted to test a game that needs more computational load than actual file loading, Minecraft. Now, as we watch that load up, rather interesting, you may have noticed there, Spider-Man and God of War both loaded up slightly faster from the external drive. I had to double and triple check my recordings to make sure I didn't have this backwards because I was not expecting this result, but it does say a lot about how Sony cheaped out on the internal drives that they use, even in the Pro model PS4s. Big, chunky, 5400 RPM, lousy, slow things. But there you go, at the end of the day, a solid bit of hardware from a bulletproof, reliable brand to expand your local storage so you don't have to go around deleting games you might want to play later and can't be bothered downloading all over again. And as a bonus, it actually makes your games load slightly faster. And it's branded to make things easy for the not especially nerdy to identify it as a safe choice. So when you say to your mum or your aunt or your gran or your brother-in-law, hey, when they ask you, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? And you go, I need a hard drive for my PS4. Then they won't get confused. They can just see this thing. Oh, this is a hard drive. It's for PS4. Job done. Easy. And then you know when you open up, you're going to get a damn good device. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.